Today we're going to show you how to change your car's auxiliary battery when you get that annoying auxiliary battery malfunction alert message on your car's dashboard. So this is what your auxiliary battery is. And you can see it's basically a motorcycle type battery, 12 volts, just like a regular car battery, only it's much smaller because it doesn't need to supply so much current, and it still has a positive and a negative terminal on it. So as you lift up and pull out your floorboard from the trunk, you can see this is the location of your current auxiliary battery. So here's your positive terminal and here's your negative terminal, your ground terminal. We'll unscrew this one first, and you can see on the terminal it's going to require a hex socket. Okay, now for this operation, I'm just going to use my 3/8 inch ratchet. I don't need anything fancy here. Ratchet that everybody has right here. And in this particular Mercedes, in order to change your auxiliary battery, we need to use a 10mm socket. We have another longer, much more detailed video that gives you more information about the battery itself, the science behind it, locations to find auxiliary battery in your car, and testing it. So we will put a link to that video down in the video description below for you. First thing we're going to do here is loosen the ground terminal so we can open up the circuit. That way there's no risk of anything connecting to the ground of the car and causing sparks or short circuits or any of that stuff. And this is threaded into the top of the terminal, you see this. And make sure when you're gonna change your battery and everything, remember to make sure the terminals are in the right spot. You don't wanna put the battery in backwards and connect it up wrong. And by the way, this right here is for the original Mercedes Varda battery. Their battery had a little port for hydrogen gas to escape, and that's what this little tube is for. Experts are still debating over whether or not we actually still need these, since most of the modern batteries we buy don't have the ports on them anyways. Then likewise here on the positive side, you just pop up the plastic cap there, and you have the same size screw, and you just want to be careful that when you're moving your ratchet, you're not hitting anything that's metal or grounded. So you just want to be very careful, that's all. So if you're really that paranoid about it, look, just grab a sandwich bag and put it over the end of your cable there, and just in case you're double paranoid, you can do the same thing for your ground one too. That way, if you're paranoid that you're going to short it against something positive, you'll be okay. So we have to remove this bracket. There's a nut here. You'll find your life will be a lot better if you get yourself one of these electric ratchets. I highly recommend it. Now that we've removed the nut, all we do is we reach around the front and just pull up on the swivel bracket, see? And it moves out of the way for you. Now your battery's free. And be sure to dispose of it properly, folks. Before you put the new battery in, remember which way your terminals went. Negative is here, positive is here. So we're going to slide that in there. Then we slide the bracket down. Now we're going to screw the nut back into place. Right there. Now you can take your positive cable out of its panic bag and begin to screw it on into place onto the battery. Now there's a lot of turns that you need to make, so that's why again on these I like to use my electric ratchet. Makes quick work of it. Now you can put your plastic cover back on top there. Now the positive terminal is completely shielded and protected. Now you can take your ground cable out of its panic bag and start to screw it in as well. And again, this battery does not have a port for the escape tube, so you don't really need it. You can tuck it away there. And then if you want to check your fuse, sometimes your fuse might be here for it. Check that as well. Hey, by the way, this is a great time now that your trunk is open. If you happen to have one of these DB power type emergency jump start batteries in your trunk, now's the perfect time to open it up and check it and make sure it's got voltage. Like this one here won't even turn on, so he needs to be charged. You should be checking these every few months or so. You don't ever want to be caught dead expecting it's going to jump start your car and you open it up and it's dead. Well, I hope you're finding this video useful so far, and if you did, hey, give us a thumbs up down below. That tells us that you like us. And if you're not subscribed to the carbuyingtips.com channel, man, all I can say is why. You see all of the great high quality videos we upload for you in all sorts of categories, not just these how-to repairs, but also on car care product reviews and everything you need to know about buying and selling cars and avoiding scams. So make sure you click on that subscribe button down below and turn the alerts on so you don't miss a single video. That's it for this one, folks. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one.